So in this video, we're going to look at exponent or index form with negatives and fractions. So whenever we see this negative as an index, all we're going to do is do the reciprocal of the function or the thing we've got. So x to the minus 2 becomes 1 over, that's the reciprocal x, and then we still take that number and just have it as a squared. So what the minus is doing is, it in effect is flipping the fraction around. So for the second one, this will just flip this around to give me 1 over y to the power of 5. Now on the next one, a little bit more thought, but if you think about 1 over 4, I can write that as 1 over 2 squared. Now as I want it without the fraction, I'm going to flip it over. And when I flip it over, it becomes 2 to the minus 2 because I've made that flip over 1. So you can see how I've just flipped that fraction around here. And so here in that last one, the one that looks probably the trickiest one on this page, n is minus 2. So the key takeaway is the negative power, it doesn't turn the number into a negative, it flips over the fraction, it makes it a reciprocal. Now we're going to have a look at what fractions do when they're in the power. So quick rundown, but basically if you have something to the power of a half, it's the same as taking a square root. And if you have something to the power of a third, that's the cube root. So we're in effect taking the square root of 16, so this one comes out as 4, plus or minus 4. For 27 to the power of 1/3, we're looking for the cube root of 27, which is 3. Now this one, this 3 here, let's take the cube root first, and then square your answer. So the cube root of 8 is 2, 2 squared is 4. You could have done that the other way around. You could have squared 8 and then taken the cube root. With this one, you're trying to find the 5th root of 32. And then when you've found that 5th root of 32, you're going to cube it, because this 3 here is telling me to cube it. So the cube root of 32 is 2. 2 to the power of 5 makes 32, and then you're going to put it to the power 3, so it comes out as being 8. And the last one, 9 square rooted, that's that 2 there is going to do the square root, and then to the power of 5. So the square root of 9 is 3. 3 to the power of 5, I think, is 243. So we can see how we can build some of these up with fractions and with negatives. We're going to go on the next instruction.